Peace and love, creatives. Today we are going to do an unboxing. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so these are a mix of Christmas gifts and stuff that I got with my points, because I'm not crazy about shopping on Amazon unless I have points, to be honest. All right, so first thing we got is some Graphitint pencils. It's a 24 pack. Tin is kind of dusty. Brand new, pretty. Hopefully we get to try everything out. I would like to. Okay, and then I got a another scan and cut mat, because the one I'm using now for my scan and cut, it's a little too sticky and I needed something a little less sticky. So I was reading that these are less sticky. So I'm gonna try this and hopefully, hopefully it works out good. Next thing I'm gonna show you is what I got from my girlfriend. It was so nice of her. This is by the company Funnto. It's a watercolor set, and it's a travel watercolor like keychain thing where you have a little clip for your sketchbook, and it comes with paint in it. How cute! And a little swatch card. I would like to try these out as well. I don't know if I can fit everything into the video. If I don't, I mean, we're gonna play with these throughout the year, so I'm sure you'll see some of these eventually. It comes with this cute little, I think it's just so cute, right? And then it also came with this sketchbook, which I'm going to attempt to fill. Hopefully it takes less than a week, but I'm like, I just want to see how long it takes for me to fill this sketchbook and to color it in. Like, not just sketch, just finished art. Then, this is like the pièce de résistance, but I'm going to just show it now. I got my hands on the Derwent drawing pencils, and now these I pre-ordered in October, but these were my Christmas gift to myself, and I've already opened them and I've played with some of them, and they're just wonderful. They are wonderful. So there's that. Then I also like to give a shout out to Melanie Mangold, who just recently published her first coloring book, which is amazing. You can find it on Amazon.com, or you can go to her Etsy shop, which I'll put both links in the description. And you can buy the digital version of the coloring book. And I've just printed it on, well, different kinds of paper, period, not just watercolor. But I just want to try out different art supplies on with her coloring pages. But yeah, and then I'm going to move this out of the way. And we're going to open up another box. Okay, this one is a smaller one. And these are actually from the same company, Funnto. Okay, so these are acrylic paint pens, but they came with refills. So I am super excited to go and see what this is all about, because they were not very expensive when you consider how many colors you get plus the refills. So we'll take a look at that. The big box I'm just going to leave on the side here because it's just... Okay. I am definitely afraid, not definitely afraid, but I am super scared of soft pastels. And I've slowly been accumulating a collection of different pastel products to I don't know. I feel like I can learn to enjoy these, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just jump into it and do it. These were like on a liquidation clearance. It's 120 half pastels for, I think I paid, mind you, this is like all Christmas gift cards and stuff that I spent on art supplies. But this one was like 118. It was 118, and let's open it up. And I get a box. Like, are you kidding me? Let's see. Oh my God. Like, wait. Hold on. Let's open it. Like, how cute. Let's take off the top part. So, I mean, 120 pastels plus the box of for Selenier. Like, come on. Sennelier. Oh, I said it right. I said it wrong first, though. So we got that. And then we got, let me see if I can hold this out. I got these watercolor blocks by Fabriano, and they're the Artistico extra white cotton. I got a rough press because I enjoy rough press. It's so much fun to play with. There's 15 sheets, 300 GSM, 140 pounds, 14 by 20. I got 2 of them. I had to. There was just no way that I was gonna pass something like this up, because I can always make my art on the paper and separate it to the size that I want. So I think that's pretty cool. I got that. And then I got this Fabriano classic artist journal, because I want to create more, and I also would like to do some art journaling this year. So I got this with hopes of me committing, you know, and it's made by Fabriano. I like Fabriano paper. It's not the best, but it's really good. And depending on the grade that you get, you know, it can be better. This is a classic artist journal. There's 192 sheets, 7 by 9. I'm trying to look for the GSM. It says ideal for ink, pencil, charcoal, pastels, as well for your everyday intellectual whim. Made of 2 elegant colors of Fabriano Ingress 90 GSM, acid free. So it's 90 GSM. Okay. That's how that looks. Okay. I should leave that in there. So let's open it up and see what we got. First and foremost, I believe they're sewn in. They are. And if you look at the pages, they're both tan and white. This is kind of not upsetting, but disappointing that the actual cover is made out of like a hard cardboard, then, you know, instead of something else. Because I feel like there's so many pages here, you should be able to, you should have something a little bit more sturdy, in my opinion. So I don't know. I might just add something to make this a little bit more sturdy, because it's definitely not going to stand the test of time if I keep it like that. So there's that. And then I ended up purchasing the Neocolors 50th anniversary set. Now I want to try some of the stuff out. I want to see how this paper works, but I also want to try, I want to try everything. And I know this is like an unboxing, but hopefully you're here for it all. You know what I mean? So I have paper. You know, let's try this paper. Why not? I don't want to put it on this, though. I really want to keep this for my journaling. I do want to try the paper. But why don't we use my 5 Below sketchbook? We'll try it out on this. Okay. Now that we're all situated, let's take a look at these markers. Why, shall we? Let's see, how do we get into it? Now these are not going to be I'm not reviewing anything. We're just trying. This is like a first impressions kind of thing. It's not going to be any kind of like in-depth review. That would just it requires time. You know what I mean? Okay, now if these look strange to you, it's because it's 2 markers in one that you kind of like snap in together. Okay, and then there's how the, okay, that's how the tip looks, and we'll see if they match the colors on the caps, because the entire barrel is the color of the paint, so it seems. So let's just start swatching. Oh, hold up a minute. Oh, that's cool. And they do have names. Okay, that is awesome. Maybe we should be swatching it here. Okay, let's do that, because then we can have it in the whatchamacallit. All right, let's. It's working. Let's just dry on that side. Since making this video, I've been trying out these Funnto acrylic paint markers. And for the most part, I'm having a blast using them. They don't seem to run out fast. They pretty much seem like every other brush acrylic marker on the market. And that's saying a lot, because I've tried the Artex ones and I really like those. I've tried the Karen pigment markers, I think that's what they're called, and those they're like lackluster, especially with the price tag that's on them. I think that's what really definitely like steers me away from those. But if I see them on a clearance or whatever, I would purchase them. Just, you know, I just think the price tag for what you get with those markers is not worth it. As opposed to these, you get refills plus a like a complimentary marker to complement the color that you're using. So if you want to do shading with it, I think it's pretty cool. Just saw that we have a black swatch sheet too, which is amazing. So I'm gonna do this off camera and then I'll show you what I did. And it has the same stuff on the back. I'm kind of toying with the idea of just pasting these back to back, so that I can just have it together like that. Here's how they look when they're all dried. It's pretty nice. They're pretty opaque. I'm sure it will require multiple layers, but that's pretty common for markers like these. But for the most part, they look great. And we even got some metallic ones at the end there. Nice. And glitter ones. this is the pack of refills, and they're kind of cute. They remind me of like fountain pens when you have the little cartridges. It's pretty much the same exact thing. Let's see how easy it is to replace the cartridge. If you ever had to replace a cartridge for a fountain pen, then it's going to be super easy for you to replace the ink in these acrylic paint markers, because it's pretty much the same thing. You twist off the bottom part, you twist out the old cartridge, and you kind of like insert the new one, and boom, you're good. Now let's move on to the Funnto watercolor travel set. Honestly, I'm gonna swatch them, but I'm not expecting these watercolors to be amazing. But I think they'll be a really fun little throw it in my bag. I have a moment to put some art somewhere and just, you know, make a quick little piece of art and move on kind of thing. Nothing to write home about, but I mean, even if you just keep the actual little travel palette, once the paint is dried out, or not dried out, but used, you have yourself a fun travel palette for any of the paint that you purchase in the future, which is cool. Here, I'm just taking out all of the new Neocolor IIs that are in here. I already own the other ones. I might. I'm not 100% sure, but quite possibly I already own them all. So I'm just going to swatch the new ones. And I am missing one set, which I do end up getting, but I don't show in this video. So I did a little bit of art off camera. I did the first page of my daily doodle journal on the Fabriano, and it came out nice. I feel like the paper could be a little bit thicker, but unfortunately it is what it is, and I'm going to use it no matter what. I mean, it's a daily journal anyway, so nothing too precious is going to go in there. You know what I mean? And then I got this journal just in case I didn't like the Fabriano, and I like it, but it feels really cheap, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for my daily journal, but I might start a junk journal kind of thing and maybe throw some stuff in there like a junk journal instead. I feel like that would be better with this kind of book. I'm not sure. Here's the size difference between the Fabriano and that journal that I bought from Amazon. Something else that came while I was filming was these soft pastels, and they're kind of beautiful. I didn't expect much from them. I think I paid like $36, and I mean, they're pretty gorgeous. I'm going to dedicate a separate video to all the pastels that I've slowly accumulated throughout the year, and maybe we'll try them out together and experiment, but that would need a video in itself because this video is already pretty long. So stay tuned. And I guess a good segue to maybe ask you to like and subscribe for more. Lastly, for this video, I'm just going to do some artwork on the Artistico watercolor paper. Now, remember, this is rough pressed, and I'm using the Caran d'Ache. I'm using the pencils. I believe I even used the Funnto markers, but unfortunately, I run out of battery while I'm filming, and everything is lost. So you kind of like only get to see the tail end of it. But the best part is I'm definitely going to be using these art supplies throughout the year, and if you stay tuned, you'll get to see some more art and hang out with me and make some art of your own. I'm at least glad I'm able to show you what I was talking about as far as separating the block page into 4 sections, 6 sections, 8 sections into different sections, and then making art in those sections and having a nice stable set place to make the art, because sometimes especially when using watercolor, having to tape your page down, sometimes I tape it down onto my desk itself, and it's not very practical, especially if I'm doing multiple pieces of art. At least like this, I'll be able to take the block of watercolor paper, move it to the side, and continue making some more art on a different paper, sketchbook, whatever I decide that I'm making art on after I'm done with the block. I paid $32 for that block, times 2, of course, but each block, as you can see, well, technically it could be even more, but each page can hold at least 4 pieces of art. I can make a big piece of art, I can make smaller pieces of art. I just feel like the possibilities are endless, and I think I'm gonna have a really good time playing around with the sizes. I want to thank you for watching and staying until the end. If you want to tell me some of the things that you got for Christmas, whether it's art supplies or not, feel free to drop it in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. All right, peace and love.